Hello everyone. Good morning from Vietnam. Thank you for being so early today. Let me see. We got M. Hello Doreen. Welcome back. Hello Joy. Hello Tracy. Joyce is here as well. Hello Elos. Hello March. Hello Giorgio. Adrian. All the way from Boston. Hello. Hello Martha. Good to see you. Good to see you today, and let me find let me walk you around this pagoda, and I'm gonna show you a few interesting things. How are you, March? Hello, Becca. Hello, Linda, Julie. Yeah, so this is canteen. You see, that's how we say canteen in Vietnamese, căng tin. And they are selling all vegan food here. So they got bún Huế, bún riêu, which is a kind of noodles. And let me see if I can catch it. There's an airplane. I don't know why. It's kind of, my gimbal is kind of shaky a little bit. Is it okay from your screen, or is it just me? But yeah, it seems a little bit shaky. Is it all good from your side? Is it a little shaky? I see. Okay, I have to fix this. I know that it's gonna be very jumpy from now, but I need to restart the gimbal. All right, so please bear with me a little bit. And then, why is it then? Yeah, please bear with me, folks. I'm so sorry for this. All right. No, you don't have to rejoin though. This is the gimbal thing, you know. Yeah. Or is it because of my hand? No. This is because of the gimbal. Yeah, I need to put it down somewhere to see how it goes. All right, it's pretty still now. I can see. But right now, let me. Yeah. I think my hand is shaky a little bit today as well, you know. So, no, this is. Hello, Laurie. We are fixing the gimbal, Laurie, so that's why I'm just moving slowly. I'm sorry that you have to endure me with all the tech issues during the tour. Spring and I, we actually upgrading our gimbal, you know. So this is actually a new one, and it's supposed to be function lighter and more effective than the old one. The older gimbal, we actually sold it to my boss. You know, my boss in the travel company, and she's supposed to join Heygo pretty soon. Actually, yeah, we had lunch with her the other day, and we talked to her about the idea of Heygo, and she wants to do it. So. What is going on? What the shakiness did you see? I have no idea. Tell her, come on, the more the merrier. Yeah. She joined it already, actually. Tracy. There's some there are some very nice lilies over there that I want to show you. Can I show you? Oh no. Come on. Yeah. The guy just said that, oh, now I'm gonna feed the fish. So it would be, you know, it would be nice for you to film it. 2 more minutes to go, we still have time. Uh, hopefully I can figure out like how to not make the phone so shaky for now. Hello Catherine, hello Sandy, hello Penny. Some very nice decoration here. Yeah. Lilies and the fish, they have goldfish. Goldfish and carp. Yeah, there are no koi fish. 23 of us. Oh, I can smell the very pleasant smell of lemon crush, actually. Can you hear the sounds of the, how do you call it in English again? Oh man. How do you say that insect in English? Let me see. Let me try to remember. Cricket. It's not crickets though. Some cicadas. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Laurie. Thank you, Tracy, as well. So cicadas, this is the season for them. Summertime, they love it. And it used to be very intense in one of our tour that I have to plug in the mic. But I think this is okay for now. Yeah, this is okay for now. And you can hear the sound, the wind chimes as well. So let me be still a bit. Huh, can you hear them? This is a place for the guests, actually. Let me show you. So the guests can come for tea. And of course, meditation as well. But wooden house. Today I will show you a very different form of architect. This is like our original tour. One of our first tour in Saigon. And one of our first tour on Hegel, actually. But I'm gonna show you a original architect of Buddhism, of a pagoda. This is influenced by the Chinese. When Buddhism came to China, the Chinese, they would build these kind of structures to live and then to host the guests as well. So take a look. Yeah. We have the bonsai. All right. So if you're new to our tour, then let me introduce about myself before I start the tour, all right? But okay, I want to catch the butterfly, but I think it's too late. You are joining the tour with Hugh today. My name is Hugh, so Hieu. And normally here in spring, we do tour together. So today, I'm going to show you a pagoda, a very beautiful. Very, very beautiful pagoda. And according to the National Geographic magazine, they rank this pagoda as one of the top 10 most beautiful temple in the whole world. And that list is including the Angkor Wat, the White Pagoda in Thailand. So this is very special. And we will talk about the basic, everything basic about Buddhism today as well. But if you have any question about Vietnam, please feel free to type it down. And we will be very happy to answer all your questions today. So without further ado, let's get started. And a lot of you just hopping in. Welcome. Welcome everyone. Thank you for traveling to Vietnam with us today. You're joining the tour with Hiếu and Spring. And by the way, if you're new to our tour, then if you open our page on Heygo, you see that we got in our bio, in our about section, we got our ebook, our Facebook group, and our YouTube channel as well. So if you want to support us, you can subscribe to the channel and save our ebook. We would be really appreciated. Oh, this is so pleasant. The smell of orchids. I'm not sure if you can grow these a lot in Canada or in the States, but this is a status flowers in our country, the beautiful orchid. Thank you, Jennifer. There are two forms of Buddhism, two big schools of Buddhism today. I mean, there are many, many of them, but most of them, they are fading away actually, or they are very small, so we don't mention about it anymore. The two big schools of Buddhism you see in Vietnam, the first one would be Mahayana Buddhism. So Mahayana Buddhism, normally it is practiced in China, a lot in China and Vietnam, and Japan and Korea as well, in the eastern part of Asia. Mahayana Buddhism, Maha is great and Yana is a vehicle, the great vehicle. But then the original school of Buddhism would be Theravada Buddhism. So Theravada is what we're gonna exploring today. We will explore a Theravada Buddhist pagoda. And you can see here, this is an animal, a lung actually, Lan. And this is kind of like a fusion because in India, they don't have that one. So the lung is a guardian, like a dog almost, And he's always guarding the place, guarding the temple. And along with that, you will also see lions on the poles as well. But right now, this is what we come here for, We come here to see this beautiful pagoda. So see, this is like, it's amazing just to look at. And it's world famous, One of the top 10 most beautiful temple architect in the whole world. Right now, we will go inside this one. The name of this pagoda is Buu Long. So, Buu Long means a blessed dragon, actually. That's the meaning of this pagoda. And it was built around 1958 until now today. So it's actually pretty new, I would say. It's pretty recent. Because if you compare pagoda, we got pagoda in Vietnam where it was there for like thousands of years or hundreds of years. It's a common thing. But this pagoda, it was new. It was built by a group of monks, Theravada monk. And right now, let's talk about the architect of the pagoda. So, once again, I understand the situation, The screen on your screen, it may be a little bit shaky. I have no idea why it functions that way, but now I'm gonna put the gimbal down a bit just to show you the view of this pagoda. So you see, oh, it's kind of tricky for me to get the whole view of it. But you see, this pagoda, it is the original form of architect. So Buddhism, it was formed around 2,500 years ago in the age of India and Nepal during that time. But when the prophet of Buddhism, the Buddha, when he passed away, he actually, according to the Sutra, the holy book, he actually giving guidance to the students. And the guidance is that his ashes, when the student cremated the Buddha body, then the ashes of the teacher will need to be kept in a certain way. And the original Buddhists, they were building a mound of dirt, and they call it the stupa. So you see, originally, the stupa, it is the place to store the ashes of the Buddhas. And of course, during the course of history, a lot of great teachers in India and in Western Asia at that time, when they pass away, their body will got cremated and the ashes will got kept inside the stupa. So right now, I'm gonna show you some pictures as well of the original stupa before we move on to the next section. It's very simple in the beginning though. Let me move to the shadow. So you see, in the beginning, it is basically a mound of dirt and stones together, and the ashes of the Buddhas would be kept inside the stupa. The one that you are seeing right now is actually the very first stupas that was built in India 2,300 years ago. Why was it built originally? According to the legend, we got the king, his name is Ashoka. Ashoka, he the first king in India who embraced Buddhism. And he actually ordering his people to build 84,000 stupas across India. And he ruling a Marian emperor, a Marian area, which is known as Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and a part of Tibet these days. So you see, he actually built 84,000 different stupas, and some people believe that this may be an exaggeration, but nevertheless, those stupas are the original one, and they use it to store the ashes of the Buddha, as you know. But at the same time, a lot of teachers, they also got buried inside the stupa as well. Most of the time though, during that time, they cremated, they burned the body. But some of the teachers will get buried in a wooden box, actually, and they sit in a lotus position, which is called Padmasana, the lotus position. So I have to actually put my gimbal down again because my gimbal is a bit shaky today. That's why I have to put it down from time to time, So you see something like this. And okay, folks, I want to check in with you. When I speak, can you hear me very well? Because we got a cicada joining our tour today, so I'm not so sure. Okay, thank you everyone. Let's continue our narration. You see a turtle, right, on the base, and you see the crane on the top of the turtle. What does it mean? Well, according to the Chinese, so this is the fusion. We are talking about the Indian architect, but of course when Buddhism traveled to Vietnam, it passed through two ways. The first way is the northern part. It traveled to Tibet, China, coming down to Vietnam. The second part is that it traveled down south to Southeast Asia, to Burma, Thailand, Cambodia, and then Vietnam, right? So for the Chinese, they got the crane standing on top of the turtle. The cranes, according to Confucianism, they are the animal of longevity. They're supposed to live up to 100 years. And the turtle, on the other hand, I'm sorry, the crane supposed to live up to 10,000 years. That's the religious side. The crane, they see it is an animal of longevity. And the turtle is also the symbolism of longevity as well. So if you see something like this is like a wish, a wish for health and a wish for people to have a long life. So now we're gonna go inside this beautiful temple. The spring said that I should do another vertical shot. So here we go. I actually see four foreigners in this place, which make me very surprised. But anyhow, now you learn something today. You learn that the stupas, we use it to store the ashes of the Buddha, and sometimes the body as well. The body of the teacher also got buried inside this building. In the beginning, it's very basic, but eventually, when it come down south to Thailand, the Thai, they are very creative, and they make the stupas into the whole new levels, and it become what you are seeing right now. So let me move to the central. Another thing to keep in mind that this form of architect is also represent the body of the Buddha as well. So we got the base. The base of the stupa, normally it have 4 gates. 4 gates standing for the 4 direction. And the 4 gates is also depicts the 4 main events during the Buddha life. So the first event is when he was born. When he was born as a prince, as a very wealthy person. The second event is starting from the east, right? The place where he born. The second gate down south, it represents the day where he got enlightened. He got enlightened or nirvana, the ultimate state of bliss. And then we got the third gate. The third gate, it represents the event where he first giving his teaching, he first giving his sermon to the students. And then finally, the last important event was the day where he passed away at the age of 84. So I'm not sure if you can hear the wind chime, but it's very, very far away, right on top. And right now we're gonna walk. We're gonna walk maybe all the way on top, but let's see how it goes. I'm not sure if they open the gate for us or not. Oh, too fast. That one, I want to catch the kitty for you, but she ran away. So let's take a look. Ủa dép con để đây luôn không? Yeah, I have to, shoot off. Let's see. I'm gonna show you the size actually. 4 things that you should keep in mind whenever you visit a holy site in Vietnam, right? Your shoes. You should take your shoes off. You shouldn't bring any food or drink inside the pagoda. Even though I would say a bottle of water is fine, but not like coffee or any kind of food. And you should cover yourself, so no tank top, no short. Yeah. And finally, please remove your hat when you come to the pagoda as well. And this side, as you see, pickpocket. It is not uncommon in Vietnam, so we have to be careful. All right. So this stupa that we are visiting today, normally, originally, the students, they are not allowed to go inside. So you can see that the stupa, it's actually a solid, it's very solid inside. There's nothing inside. And the student normally they don't go inside. But what do they do then? What they do is they will perform a ritual every day. And what they do is they walk. They will take a meditative walk, a mindful walk around the stupas. And normally they do it in the afternoon. They're gonna walk clockwise in a clockwise direction around this area. I'm gonna do it right now actually. And when they do that, they believe that the ashes of the Buddha, it will have the energy and it will give the students the same kind of the energy. So it is a meditation. It's a meditative walk around the stupas. But at the same time, when walking around this place, they also try to visualize. They try to visualize the enlightened state of the Buddha. Or in Buddhism, we call it Nirvana. So that's the original idea. We are not going inside, but we're just walking around the stupas like this. And the materials in the beginning, it's just simply stones and it's like a mound of dirt. But eventually, when it comes into Thailand, the Thai, they would use marble. And during the modern time, we use everything. As you see, we got the wood, we got the cement. So it's just getting more and more pretty. Years come by, it's getting more and more beautiful and bigger as well. So I noticed the sound of the cicadas, it's just getting louder and louder. So let's see how it goes. If it got too noisy, I will plug in my mic. Here you can see another lung, LEN, a protector of the pagoda. So this is what we people do. This is the ritual that the monks and the practitioner of Buddhism, they would perform every day. They would walk around the stupa in a clockwise direction. And again, it's a meditative walk, but they also visualize the nirvana state, the enlightened state of the Buddha. And this is beautiful. And you see the wooden door, they actually depicts the two holy animals that we worship in this country. As a lot of you may know, the one that you see over there is a phoenix, a symbol of the feminine and power as well. And then on the side, we got the dragon. I don't know the type of wood that they use though. I'm sorry, Doreen. I'm not sure if it's thick wood or anything. I have no idea actually. But here in the corner, you see something strange, right? But it's also very common. You see a carving of a bat. And according to Buddhism, a bat is also a spiritual animal. So normally you see them got carved on the door or on the wall of a pagoda. Glenda said, "Don't turtle and unicorn have some significance?" Yes, the turtle is symbolize longevity. And the unicorn, actually, this is the unicorn. They function as a guardian, the protector of the place. And they are also the two animals that we worship in our country. So over there. So right now, let's go inside, and we're gonna get to maybe to the top of the pagoda, and from there I'm gonna show you the view of this place as well. So if you're new, we're in District 9 right now, on the edge of Saigon, and this is almost like a countryside, you know, where we have a lot of trees, a lot of greens, and it's very quiet. But at the same time, District 9, they are also very quickly developed these days. So we got a lot of factories in the downtown of the district, and we got a lot of apartment rises. Oh, so lion. And this is the wheel of samsaras. So this is the core of Buddhism. In a Theravada pagoda, it is very simple. They don't have a lot of statues. They don't have a lot of fancy things to show people. But for a Theravada Buddhism pagoda, they focus on the core philosophy of Buddhism. And the one that you're seeing here, it depicts a wheel of suffering, right? And the core philosophy would be the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. So this is, imagine it's the wheel of suffering or samsara, and it will go on and on and on forever. And the only way that we can break it is to reach nirvana or enlightenment. So. Let me do this one. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I have to put my gimbal down on the floor from time to time today because I notice some shakiness when I'm walking around. So here you see a statue of the Buddha, right? And he walking around. But a lot of you see it with Guang Yin, with the goddess of compassion as well. He holding a mudra, right? So allow me to use my hand as well. So this mudra, it would symbolize wisdom. You know, wisdom is a state of sharing something. And he was walking around. It depicts a time where he tried to share the teachings to everyone, to every beings that he encountered. Mudra is basically a Sanskrit word, and it means a hand gesture, actually. So a lot of airplanes flies around me today, you know, fly on top of my head. Yeah, our country, we are reopening again for the tourists internationally. So that's why this day there would be more flight, more international flight, and people begin to travel slowly again to Vietnam. So let me see the chat. Wasn't this also one of the major battlegrounds? The answer, major battleground. You mean the city Saigon that we are in right now? Yes, Doreen, I'm showing you some plumeria just now. So then, Saigon used to be a battleground during the French and the American time. But, you know, it was long times ago. Yeah, District 9, the whole city in general, District 9 doesn't got affected that much because this is a little bit rural actually. Oh. So, let's get on the top of the building, shall we? Were last in Vietnam 6 years ago this week. Oh, I see. Wow. Thank you for coming to our country, Sandy. No worries, no worries. And so another thing is that for the students, yeah, I have to check in with the signal. Okay, seems so far so good. For the students, one of the beliefs is that the the pagoda I'm sorry, the stupas, when they build a stupas, it's also very benefit for their karma. So karma is a lot of you may know actually. It's either we believe that for every action that we perform, they would follow by an energetic field and it will have consequences. So for the students in Buddhism, according to the Lotus Sutras, one of the oldest holy book in Buddhism, it is written that if a person builds a stupa, then he will never have to be reborn in a remote area, and he will have never have to endure the suffering from extreme poverty like that. And the symbol that you are seeing right now, so it's this kind of look like the wheel of samsara, but it's different. This is actually belong to ours. This is Vietnamese, you know. So this is the original name would be Trống Đồng Đông Sơn. It's actually a drum. This one it depicts a symbol of a drum in the northern part of Vietnam. But here you can see we have different like tribes, tribal people, and birds. Many details, decoration. But anyhow, this is the symbol of Vietnam. This is the symbol of our country. The bowl in the dragon mouth is the jade, you know, Jade, the jade, the precious stones. And that stone, it belongs to the Jade Emperor, the King of Heaven. So the King of Heaven would give that bowls to the dragon, you know, to the dragon, and the dragon will have to keep it for him. But it's also symbolize power as well, power and prosperity. So walk up the stairs. Glenda said, I want to go to Vietnam. I said. So here we go. We are at the second floors of the temple of the pagoda, and from here you can enjoy the lake, the the small, very small lake that they have, or maybe you call it a pond in English. But it's very clear actually. Normally it's have like this, like green color, and down there when you will look at the water, we can see the reflection of the whole temple. You know, so can you hear the wind chime then? Can you hear the wind chime from here? Let me try to walk up to another floors maybe. Big one. Very, very big one. Some bees, some bees just make their home right in the center of the wheel of samsaras, you know. They look very interesting. All right. Now we will go inside and I will show you the monk doing the mantra chanting as well. So we will cover just the basic of Buddhism today. And in Buddhism, actually, as a religion and also as a philosophy, the basic is actually, it is the fundamental, you know. So it's actually very profound. And I could say normally the basic one is the advanced one, you know. It needs to be simple, but when we follow it with our heart, our heart and intention, we will achieve nirvana. So you see a set of statues. This is the statues of the Buddha trying to sit down and sharing the teaching with all of his students. And well, this place, the place where it happened, would be Lumbini. Lumbini right now it would belong to India, but during that time, you can say that it's the region of Nepal and India together. I have to put it down. I really don't want this to happen. The shakiness. I'm gonna do some research about this. But for now, whenever I put it down on the ground, it become normal. So. But you see, I have to remind you that in the beginning, again, the practitioner they does not enter this place, the stupa. It is a solid object, but instead they would walk around as a meditational practice, focusing on the Buddha teachings. And this movement it suggests the endless cycle of rebirth or samsara, and it also spoke of the eightfold path or the eight guidelines that assist the practitioner that leads to the knowledge of the Four Noble Truths and into the center of the unmoving hub of the will or enlightenment. It look real for you? So the stupa, the inside of the stupa, it makes visible something that, according to Buddhism, is very vast, it's very lush. So you see, in the central, they would have the axis, and that axis is symbolized the center of the cosmos, of the universe. And according to the legend, right? According to Buddhism. But anyhow, the Eightfold Path or the Four Noble Truths, and we'll talk a little bit about them as well. But hang on, let me turn around. Yeah, let me walk backward this way. The Four Noble Truths is the number one. Firstly, we would have to realize that when we are born, we get into the cycle of birth and rebirth, and that in Buddhism it symbolizes suffering and pleasure at the same time. So that's it, number one. That's it, the realization, the knowledge. Number two would be that we would get like kind of stick. We would get attached to the cycle forever because of our desires. And number three would be the way, the idea of breaking the cycle would be following the guidelines or the eightfold paths. And finally, number four, the fourth noble truth would be when we achieve that, when we break through the cycle of suffering, we have come to the state of nirvana. So that's the four noble truths. And then along with the noble truth, we got the eightfold path. So those are the guidelines that help a person to achieve nirvana. So we got the dragon here. So let's see. Cheryl said, there's a display filled with people on certain days. Normally, yes, Cheryl. But during COVID, the number of visitors, it become less and less. And right now, it is the morning time. So you won't see a lot of people here during the morning because it's actually very hot during the morning. But in the afternoon, as around 4-5 p.m., where it's much cooler, then we would have more and more tourists coming here. So this is a little bit of the view of District 9, of this area. You see most of it's very green, just the trees. But at the same time, there would be corner where you see a lot of high-rise apartment buildings. and those mostly they aim it for the young people, the young worker in our country, in the city. So Gunther said, "Is the big room ever filled with people chanting?" Yes, it does. For the monks, they come to that room in the afternoon as well to do the mantra chanting, but not during this time. Normally early in the morning and in the late afternoon or evening sometimes. Yeah, it's very detailed, this place. So do you have any more question for us? Being so far so good. Is it? We are almost ending the tour for now. I want to check in with you that is it so far so good for you in this tour? Yeah, I hope it's just not so boring for you and you find this one interesting. Right now, we will continue walking around this pagoda, but we will go down actually. We will go down and I will show you a cave before we end the tour, alright? Thank you everyone for spending your time with us today. I really appreciate it. Oh, we got the airplanes. I don't know how many of them have passed by already. The red one belongs to Vietjet, one of the biggest company in our country. You've seen 3 planes already. I see. Yeah, many of them passed by me. Right now we have to walk down from here. But the Buddha, a lot of people from the West, right, when coming to these holy sites, you see big statues of him, you see people worshipping him, and you may assume that he is a god, but it's actually not like that. He is a person. He's a real person that was born 2,500 years ago. And his life story is that, let me show you another statues of him. This one, you can see him holding the bow. And actually, he would just walk around from village to village asking for the food. But he used to be very wealthy. He was a prince, and he's supposed to become a king eventually. But he doesn't get satisfied with his life, and he have a desire to seek for something higher. So he actually left the whole kingdom. He left the kingdom, and he spent many years in the wilderness. He practiced a lot of meditation. He followed a lot of Hindu practice at the time because you see in India, Hindu is always a dominant religion. And eventually, one day, we may go there now actually. One day, he would sit under a Bodhi tree. And when he sat under that Bodhi tree, he make a commitment that he will need to achieve nirvana, otherwise he won't get up. He won't stand up, you see. So at that day, he achieved nirvana, and for the rest of his life, he was wandering around the countries, sharing the teaching, sharing his understanding with everyone. So that's it, the Buddha, the prophet of Buddhism. And right now, Buddhism is the fifth biggest religion in the world, which with around more than 600 million followers. Most of them are in China, Vietnam, and Thailand, or in Burma as well. I forget to mention. Yeah, I need to get. Oh, yeah, I need to wear my shoes again. Now the airplane just passed by. not sure if we have any guy on Hago that are joining us today. Yeah, if they're here, I might have to ask them about the shakiness of the screen. Huh. Spring, any guy joining us today? Oh, we miss you, Spring. This is the libraries, you know. So libraries, we can come in and reading book. We can come and read book as well, but it's all in Vietnamese, so I don't think I need to show you. You know, it's all written in our language.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Yeah. So you said you miss Spring? Here she is. Yeah. So Spring, you know, we drive for a long way, and Spring taking a rest, but she seems to recover now.
Oh yeah. I just talked to a man, and he said, oh, he drives so far away from here, so he was very tired. And he asked me, oh, have you ever climbed up to the pagoda? I said yes, and he said, oh, very tired to climb up over there.
Actually, normally there are one more floor even, you know, where we can climb up to one more floor. It's very similar. It's also they have the wind chim and they have more statues, but they close it down for today. How old are you guys? You two look very young. I see.
Yeah, we're 26.
Yeah, 26. So 1995 is like 27 already. You know, we were born in 1995, but in Vietnam we kind of cheating a little bit. Yeah, we said that we are 26. And this one, I show you a lot during the tours. I remember jackfruits. We make mock meat out of them, vegan mock meat. And normally we simply wait for them until they got very big, and then we eat the ripe one.
Isn't it, Sarah? So enjoy 26.
26, 27. A lot of boys in Vietnam, they are waiting, you know, really hoping that they will pass the age of 27, because when they pass that age, they don't have to join the army, the military anymore. So let's say if they got lucky, they didn't got called. So from 18, then they're gonna wait. So from 18 until 27 is like military time, right? And past 27, it's like they are safe in a way. Anyhow, sorry, it's very irrelevant to this tour. Right now, we're gonna go inside this cave over here. Rung lắm hả? You see, this is a artificial cave, but if you look at it from here, it kind of looks like a human face, don't you think? Yeah, let me a little bit on the right, and the gate would be the mouth, and then we got the two eyes as well. It looked kind of creepy though, so it looked kind of creepy, kind of scary, but we got something very special inside, and right now I'm gonna show it to you. Casey said, I was just going to say, yeah, it looked like a face. Let me see the chat. So The Buddha, according to the legend, when he got enlightened, that day there were these big storms and rains coming to the region. And we got the Naga, so Naga, Naga. He's a king of serpent. He would rise up and using his body to protect the Buddha. So that's the meaning of the statues. You see, we got the Buddha, but now he's safe. He got the king of serpent, the snake, protecting himself. And this is where it's got interesting because yes, Naga is a snake, and Naga is actually a figure, a god in Hinduism as well. So you see, like I mentioned, Hindu is a dominant religion in India at that time. That's why you see there was uh, there was a lot of influence, Hindu influence in Buddhism, in the original Buddhism. But of course, when Buddhism, coming to China, then these figure in Hinduism, the gods and the goddesses, is fading away. So Melody said, where is it? We're in District 9 of Saigon, city down south of Vietnam. And these statues, it depict the time where the Buddha have got enlightened, and it will be Bodh Gaya is Nepal these days, a small village in Nepal, like that. So for the offering, they only use, you see, yellow chrysanthemum and incense as well, and a light burner. Yeah, time to end the tour right now. We're gonna walk on the cave, and we're gonna wrap it up. But again, in our bio on Hegel, we have our ebook, our recipes ebook. If you are new, please save it. And we also got our YouTube channel. If you can support us, please feel free to subscribe, watch our videos, and leave us a comment. And finally, you can join our group as well. But we are not that active on the group these days, So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining. Spring and I, we wish you a lot of luck in life. We wish you have all the prosperity, and may you God bless in whatever you do. All right. And enjoy your evening. Enjoy your day. Also, I noticed that there's a big holiday in the West. It's called the Easter Day, where you're supposed to eat eggs these days, I think. I'm not gonna pretend I don't know much about this holiday, But I just know that you're supposed to eat eggs, I think, and maybe have a nice dinner with your family. So please enjoy that time as well. And we'll see you in the next tour. Right now, maybe Spring and I, we're gonna take a look in the chat, spend 2 minutes in silence, and we're gonna end the tour. Hide them for the kids, and they hunt them, and they get a big tip once they found them. Oh, I see. So you hide the eggs somewhere in the house. The children need to find them. Oh, it's fun, interesting. Some cultures use the real egg. Oh, I always thought that it need to be a real eggs. So the kids, when they find them, they can eat them and they have the gift. Thank you, Jory. Thank you for the tip as well, Arun and Eva. Oh, good to see you again, Arun. Thank you, thank you. Hard-boiled eggs dyed in pastel colors. It is also the Jewish holiday of Passover. Oh, I see. Ah, the Jewish holiday of Passover. Lots and lots to learn. All right, I will end the stream now. So I'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow on our Lotus tour. And if you joined that one already, then you can hop on our traditional dress áo dài tour tomorrow as well. All right. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye bye, everyone. Oh yeah, mostly CW, but actually some we don't have our tour on YouTube.
Yeah. Actually, that channel. Right now, I'm focusing on doing food review. You know, so like just showing people like the food scene in our country. So that will be what happened in the future. I'm gonna filming videos about street food and um, occasionally I'm gonna filming a few tours as well. So please support it, share it with your friends and family. You know.